It's almost impossible for us to get these people to come on the show. They just won't do it.
You had our friend Destiny.
No, you know who we had on?
Yeah, Destiny, Vosh. We just had Lance from the Surfs. Sam Seder wants to come on, but I think he's one of the most disingenuous human beings in the space. So, like, I
think you should still have him on.
Well, I invited him, and then he used it against us as a weapon. So he's cut off.
Got it.
And
Okay.
he's also, I can tell you this. I love saying this, by the way. There are some other high-profile podcasts that have completely boycotted him, and he's like complained about this, not understanding why, and I know why. But he's considered widely in the space to be. I mean, it's kind of stupid to say, but grifter.
We've heard similar things. I'll leave it at that.
I'll tell you the story. I tweeted, hey, we often invite leftist guests on our show, and they just don't come on. So he responded, I'll come on the show. I tweeted something like, it's live in studio. We'll cover your costs, travel and accommodation. When works for you. He says, how's the 13th? I say, that works perfectly. He says, okay. I was like, we'll DM you. Immediately DM him, and he says, I'm not coming on your show. And then I was like, okay. Then he goes on his show and makes a claim against me. Or he starts tweeting about me and trying to back out or something like that, turning it into some grift where he could rally his audience. You know what he did? The Majority Report took the song we released, Only Ever Wanted, and ran it through a filter to make it sound bad, and then made fun of us for having bad music. Like, the dude legit is fake. And it wasn't him personally, it was his people who put a filter on our song to make it sound bad. But like, that's a really good example of what you get when you watch someone like Sam Seder.
Listen, we've had a lot of people on. We had a Roland Martin on here 4 months ago, which was an incredible conversation, back and forth nonstop the entire time. It was uncomfortable from the second to the last second, literally. But it was one of my favorite conversations of the year. And we get, every time you have somebody on, people will text you and say, oh, I cannot believe you're having that person. This person's this. I've never had anybody on that I got that many text messages as Sam Seder, and I don't know why. People and
Negative?
Not good.
I will say.
Yeah. Like I tell people, right? It's very, very poor for two gentlemen to be having a show and just talk about the third person. I watch Tim Pool's podcast. I also watch Patrick Bet David's podcast. And I think that these are two very interesting people who have so much to share with the world. But I was totally shocked when I saw Tim Pool on Patrick Bet David's podcast just trying to criticize and slam Sam Seder. I have also watched Sam Seder like all the time. So I follow all three of them. I think that Patrick would have just focused on policies and how they can do to solve issues that concern us as humans, and not go down this rabbit hole. Sam has also been on Patrick's podcast, and I've watched the whole podcast, and it was really quite interesting. In fact, I really enjoy it. But to hear Patrick coming on air to say that he received so many negative comments about having Sam Seder on his podcast was so belittling. I mean, we have negative comment all the time. We get comment from people sharing their thoughts and opinion all the time. But we cannot go sharing such information on air. When I saw this segment of the show, I was like, come on, guys, come on. You guys are too big for stuff like this, You cannot just spend time instead of talking about policies and regulations that is important, that is supposed to be of importance to your viewers. You are spending valuable time talking about someone who is not even there. And I understand that Tim Pool has his own reservations towards Sam Seder. I get that. But at a certain point in time, Tim Pool will have to let this go. Yeah, because he cannot hold on to this forever, right? He would have to let this go. But then again, I thought that it was a very interesting debate, and it was a very conversational podcast. But I would just advise that next time people should focus on policy, not on slamming someone who is not there. And I know maybe Patrick's feelings was hurt because Sam said a lot of things that Patrick is against. So I guess some of the things Sam said might have gotten to him. And he might have felt like it was a perfect time for him to get back at Sam. I totally understand that. But my point is, Sam wasn't there, so there was no point talking about him. But you guys out there, what do you think about this whole grudge that Tim Pool has for Sam Seder? Shouldn't he let this go? At least it has been a while already. Should he still be hanging on to this? So let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because little bit of good way, like the one you're doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.